Good day, everyone. I am Christian Suing, and for today's video, I will be presenting or I will be tackling the important process and terminologies in the area of pharmacy compounding. I will as well teach you on how to reduce a formula. But before that, let me read to you the objectives for our discussion. First will be the reducing and enlarging of formula. Second, I will be discussing the compounding processes. And lastly, I will discuss the different compounding techniques. Okay, I will discuss first how to reduce a formula. In this preparation, the boric acid solution, it says here in our formula, we have 50 grams of boric acid and we need to make 1000 ml. For the reduced formula, we need to make 60 ml. We need to find what is the reduced amount of the 50 grams of boric acid. So what we will do is we're going to divide 60 over 1000. Then it would lead to 0.06. Then that will become our factor. What we want to do next is we're going to multiply the factor with 50 grams. Then the result would be 3 grams. So, for us to make 60 ml of boric acid solution, we need to have 3 grams of boric acid and purified water. Itong QS, ibig sabihin nito that we need to add purified water until sufficient na siya or until maging 60 ml na yung ating solution. So 3 plus whatever our purified water would be, ang final amount ng solution natin ay 60 ml. Now, let's proceed to the pharmacy compounding. To start off, what is pharmacy compounding? According to PhilPSP, it is the process of preparing or mixing a practitioner's prescription or drug order. It is widely known as extemporaneous compounding and is made to satisfy a specific order. In other words, it is tailored to the medical needs of a patient. This is different from manufacturing since it is only the production and promotion of drug products resale in pharmacies. Compounding is a crucial process to be known by pharmacists. It is one of the processes that are necessary to carry out drug preparation. The compounding process consists of 4 parts, namely the preparation, the compounding, the final checking, and lastly, the cleaning. First is the preparation part of the process. Here we will start off with an evaluation of the correctness of the prescription in terms of safety, use, and dose for the patient. Next is the reduction and enlargement of the amounts needed in the prescription. After this, we will now select the equipment and the apparatus and put on the proper clean clothing with the other protective gear. while also cleaning and sanitizing our compounding area. To finish the preparation part, we will be gathering the necessary materials and ingredients to compound along with the packaging and labeling of the product. After we have prepared all the needed materials in a sanitary way, we can now proceed to the actual compounding process, where we will be compounding the prescription according to the formula or prescription using pharmaceutical techniques such as agitation, percolation, simple admixture, and many more. Next is the final checking, where we will be evaluating the final preparation in accordance with the compendial specifications. We will also label the preparations used in the compounding process. The last action of our compounding process is cleaning. This includes cleaning the equipment or apparatus used along with the area where the process happened. To further be knowledgeable about this topic, I will be presenting the different terms pertaining to compounding techniques, starting off with agitation. It is the process of stirring a mixture to dissolve solid materials. Basically, ito ang paghahalo ng substances para ma-dissolve yung solid materials by stirring. Next is decantation. It is a filtration process where large solid particles are allowed to settle at the bottom of a container and then pouring off the supernatant liquid carefully without disturbing the decanted particles. So, sa decantation, ang ginagawa natin dito is iniiwan muna natin itong mixture na to para yung solid particles ay magsettle sa ilalim ng beaker or kung ano man yung container natin. Then, after a while, ina-transfer na natin yung liquid sa ibang container para ma-separate na yung liquid and yung decanted particles or yung solid particles. Next is the filtration. It is the process of removing solid particles in a mixture to obtain a clear, homogeneous preparation. This is carried out using mechanical filtering media, like filter paper, or filtering aids, like talc. So, in this pharmaceutical technique, our materials here would be the beaker, funnel, the mixture, the filter paper, or if we need filtration aids, we will have talc. So, as shown in the picture, we have the funnel inserted in the beaker, and inside the funnel, there is a filter paper. What we will do is we will pour the mixture, then hahayaan lang natin na tumulo yung liquid dun sa ating container o yung receiving flask natin. Then, in the filter paper, there we will see the solid particles that will be left out. Next is the fusion. is the mixing of the components of a semi-solid preparation with the aid of gentle heat. Basically, fusion is the mixing of different substances uh, na ginagamitan ng apoy. Next is the levitation. This is the process of reducing the particle size of solid ingredients by addition of a levigating agent, a liquid, and grinding with mortar and pestle into a smooth powder. As shown in the picture, meron ditong powder na ni-reduce yung particle size. Yung iba kasing substances, mahirap siyang i-grind or ma-reduce yung kanyang particle size. That is why we will use a levigating agent that will help us in grinding such substances. Next is the percolation. It is passing of a suitable solvent through a drug substance traced to extract a soluble component. In the picture, I have here a picture of I think this is a coffee, but in the laboratory, we can use this in making syrups. What we will do is we will put the sugar in the filter paper, then we will pour off water. Then we will wait for a few minutes for the liquid na mapunta sa receiving flask. Then what will happen is ilalagay ulit natin yung liquid doon sa may filter paper. In a laboratory, hindi ganito talaga yung setup niya. May tube pa na pwede nating takpan para naka-close lang siya when we will be putting again the liquid. Then we will just repeat the process until the solid particles are all dissolved. Next is the term QSI, or quantity sufficient to make. This is the addition of enough solvent to make up for the volume required in the prescription. Basically, ito yung kung gaano kadami yung need natin na solvent na i-add para dun sa prescription na ibinigay sa atin. Next is simple admixture. It is the process of adding all ingredients and mixing well. So, sa madaling salita, ang simple admixture ay ang pag-add lang ng iba't ibang ingredients sa pwedeng sa beaker or other glasswares or laboratory equipments. Then, next is the trituration. This is the process of reducing substances to fine particles by grinding in a mortar and pestle. This process is also effectively mixes solid ingredients with perfume oils. Trituration is like levitation, but in this setup, we will only be using the mortar and pestle. We won't be needing levigating agents. That is all for the topic of compounding process in the field of pharmacy. I hope you learned a lot. Again, I'm Christian Hartswing and I hope you learned something. Thank you and goodbye.